Hey guys, Voice of the Voiceless here, and I'm going to do my first of many WWE pay-per-view reviews for you guys. This is part of the network game that I did a couple videos back. Sorry it's a little late, but I'm going to start doing it and doing the reviews. And I'm going to start with the ones I already have on DVD, as it's easier to show you guys, and I've watched these multiple times on DVD. So the first one I'm going to be doing is WWE King of the Ring 2002, aka the last King of the Ring pay-per-view WWE ever put on. Not the last tournament, as they do tournaments on SmackDown, but it is the last pay-per-view, which I honestly really miss. I wish, if they can bring back any pay-per-view, I wish they would bring back King of the Ring. But we're going to start off, it was a night of ups and downs, as the first hour and a half to 2 hours is really great, and then the last hour was the main events were not what people were looking for, as this is why people really cut down this pay-per-view. It's not a completely horrible pay-per-view, it's just because the main events weren't up to par. No one really liked this pay-per-view. I did, though. So we're gonna begin with the first match, which the opener, which is the semifinals for the King of the Ring tournament, which was Rob Van Dam versus Chris Jericho. This was the match of the night, actually, as these guys put on an amazing match. These guys had a lot of matches, all of them very similar, but you just never got tired of these guys going, as it was just very fast paced, and then they would slow down, and then it would get very fast paced once again. It's a very good match to open up the show. I would probably give it an 8 out of 10. So very, very well done. And the next match, which is the other semifinal match, is between Test and Brock Lesnar. The first match, I believe, between Van Dam and Jericho went between 15 and 20 minutes, but Test versus Brock Lesnar, I think it was under 10 minutes, and this match was very physical and very hard-hitting. Just painful to watch these guys just beat on each other. It was a very good match for these two guys. It sort of makes me wish that Test would have went to SmackDown once Brock won the title, and these two could have had a feud, besides Test feuding with Scott Steiner, that stupid heel run. But, because these guys really put on a great match. It was just very hard-hitting. It reminded me a lot of Sheamus and Wade Barrett on Raw a month ago, and the very good match, though. Brock Lesnar ended up picking up the victory. Van Dam picked up the victory in the first match, and I would give this match a 7 out of 10. So, not as technical and long as the first match, but very physical and a very good watch. So, the semifinals are done. So now we're going to get into some of the other matches on the card. First, we have the Cruiserweight title match between the champion, Hurricane, versus Jamie Noble. And this is during Jamie Noble's huge push, as he was the redneck gimmick. He was doing the redneck gimmick with his girlfriend Nydia. If you guys remember, he would later win the lottery, and I'm going to Applebee's, and like the double wide and running water, which was just hilarious stuff by Jamie Noble. Jamie Noble is one of my favorite cruiserweights of all time. But this is not your typical cruiserweight match, as the Hurricane, Shane Helms, and Jamie Noble are two cruiserweights who wrestle a lot like heavyweight wrestlers, even though they'll do the crossbodies and the dives over the top rope and whatnot. They wrestle a lot like heavyweight wrestlers, but they're small cruiserweight guys. But this was a very good match. This is the beginning of Noble's long title run, as he would pick up the victory. And I would give this match a 7 out of 10 also. So, not like your Mysterio Malenko or Mysterio Psychosis cruiserweight match, where it's a lot of high flying, a lot of Hurricane Ranas and stuff like that, but a very good cruiserweight match nonetheless. So yeah. Next we have a very interesting matchup. Is between Ric Flair and Eddie Guerrero. This match actually was supposed to be Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Eddie Guerrero, but Stone Cold left a couple weeks earlier because he didn't want a job to Lesnar on Raw. So This was also during Flair's push after he stepped down from the co-owner of the WWE/WWF. He wanted that one more. It was behind his one more run, as he was sort of the underdog who if he lost once, people would stop believing, so he had to win all the time. And this match was very. Flair had a lot of. Flair's match with Jericho the next month, or 2 months later at SummerSlam, was very similar, as it wasn't maybe as best as it could be, but it was nonetheless a very good match as Flair was aging. I know these two had really good matches in WCW. Look up Hog Wild 1996 if you guys have the network, or if you could find it somewhere. They had a really good match there. This match was not as good as that one, but it was still a very good match, as I would give this match even, again, a 7 out of 10. So, Ric Flair and Eddie Guerrero, as Ric Flair would pick up the victory because he wanted that one more run. So, next we have a very good women's match. 2002 was probably maybe the top of the women's wrestling, as you had women like Trish Stratus, Lita, Victoria, Molly Holly, very talented women's wrestlers. And this match was for the women's championship. It was Trish Stratus versus Molly Holly. This match obviously did not disappoint. Probably one of the better women's matches of the year, even though Trish Stratus and Victoria would go on to have a very good feud over the title. But very good. Elevated this pay-per-view, as it even had a good women's match. So, I would again probably give this between a 6.5 and 7.5. 7 out of 10. I know I'm giving a lot of these matches 7 out of 10s, but it was a very good above average undercard to this pay-per-view, and this is why I got into it, because it got me hooked because all these matches were very good. So yeah, 7 out of 10, Trish Stratus and Molly Holly, which is very good for a women's match. Next, this is where the pay-per-view sort of slows down, even though this next match specifically isn't as bad. It's Hollywood Hulk Hogan versus Kurt Angle. As everyone can remember, this is Hulk Hogan's run in 2002. This is actually a couple months after he lost the WWE Championship to the Undertaker at Judgment Day. And this is a couple months, at Judgment Day, same pay-per-view, Kurt Angle got his head shaved by Edge. So he was running around with the wrestling, the headgear with the wig strapped onto it, which was very good comedy. You had guys like I think Triple H, Hogan himself, and Edge trying to get the hair off, and it was just very funny. This is Kurt Angle never disappointed to entertain the crowd, and he also did not disappoint to make guys look good, and he did that with Hulk Hogan in this match, as this was probably one of Hogan's best matches in his return. Besides, I would say this match with Jericho from 2002 from SmackDown for the title, and his match against The Rock, obviously, at WrestleMania. But this is one of his better matches. Very, very good stuff by both of them. With a surprising ending, as Kurt Angle would make Hulk Hogan tap out to the ankle lock. So I would give this match a 6 out of 10. Obviously not as good as some of the other matches on the card, because Hulk Hogan is very limited. But nonetheless, Kurt Angle got the most out of Hulk Hogan in this match. And Hulk Hogan really loved working with Kurt Angle too, so 6 out of 10. Next we have pretty decent length match too. But next we have on the card, we have the finals of the King of the Ring tournament between Brock Lesnar and Rob Van Dam. And this match did not, it started out really fast, really hot. It was very good. The only problem though, it was extremely short. It was, I believe it was under 5 minutes long, maybe under 6, which was very disappointing, as these two were just having a great match, and it just ended like that. So, if this match would have gone on for 15 minutes, I would have easily ranked this an 8 out of 10. But because it was very short, with Lesnar picking up the victory, becoming the King of the Ring and the #1 contender for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam, this match was really short. So I would probably give this match a 5 out of 10. Yes, a 5 out of 10. So Very just hot, very physical, but then it just ended shortly. And finally, we have the worst match on the card, the main event, which is very surprising from these two, as it's for the undisputed championship, the champion, the Undertaker, versus the challenger, Triple H, with the returning Rock on commentary. This match is very, very disappointed. I think Triple H might have been injured during this with an elbow injury, as it seemed like they were being really safe in the ring, very careful. It was a very long, dragged out, a lot of rest holds. It was I couldn't barely watch it. It was a very, very long and boring. If you guys want to find, obviously their three WrestleMania matches are very good Taker Triple H matches. But if you guys really want a good match, these two had from 2002. Go to Insurrection 2002, which is a couple months before this pay-per-view. That was a fantastic match that I really liked. This match was not very good, and even had a worse ending as The Rock interfered, I believe, and I think, yes, Undertaker, he interfered, and Undertaker ended up getting the roll-up on Triple H, hooking the tights, I believe, to pick up the victory, as Undertaker was playing the heel in this match. So I would rank this match a 3 out of 10. It was not good at all. Very shocking from two talented guys like Undertaker and Triple H. But nevertheless, this was a very good pay-per-view, very underrated. The only people bring this down as it wasn't one of the best of 2002. 2002 was a very good year for the WWE/WWF. And this wasn't one of the better pay-per-views of the year, but still with a great undercard, the great semifinal matches. I would check it out if you guys have the network. Get it on DVD. It's very cheap to find on Amazon. I got this from my local used video store for $7, as you guys can see. So very, very good DVD. A lot of good extras if you get the DVD. But yes, there's just the three main event style matches that really brought this down. I would probably rank the whole pay-per-view a 7 out of 10, which I know I ranked a lot of the matches, but the main events just really brought it down for me. Actually, no, I'll put it as a 6 out of 10. So 6 out of 10 for the pay-per-view. The main events really brought it down for me, but it had a very strong undercard. Definitely, I would check out the two semifinal matches to go all the way. Definitely check out Hollywood Hulk Hogan and Kurt Angle if that interests you. It's not too boring of a match. You guys will like it. And that's it. But otherwise, not a memorable pay-per-view, but still it's a pay-per-view that led to Brock's push to become the undisputed champion and propelled him up. So definitely a memorable pay-per-view in that standard. I'm going to be doing more of these as I'm going to find my list. As I'm going to be doing, I believe, One Night Stand 2005 was going to be my next review. So keep in tune for that. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter at VoiceRamon. I'll put that description in the link below. And I hope you guys have an enjoyable viewing experience. Like, comment on what I could do better and what you guys thought of this event, and subscribe to my channel. See you guys later.